Hello. How are things? Well, the markets are not doing too great today, but they are recovering a bit compared to what they were over the weekend. Again, we are still in the bear market, so nothing should surprise us. But yeah, I wanted to talk about these tweets that I've posted over the weekend. And also, one of the events that's coming up, it's the Polkadot Decoded event, which is pretty cool. It's going to be one in Europe, in Berlin, in Germany. There's one in Mexico City, one in Buenos Aires, and we'll talk about those later on in the video. But just to talk about these tweets here, so I've started some rants, I should say, right, on Twitter, just because I'm really not happy with the way the parachain launch process has been conducted for 4 of the parachains from batch 3. Basically, they should have enabled token transfers as part of the parachain launch phases, just like Karura did, just like Moonriver did, Shiden did. However, they decided not to do that because of market volatility, okay, and because of the product not being ready. So what they want to do is they want to launch the product first and then the tokens. But how can you know what the market is going to do? I mean, what if the market is going to dump even more? We don't know that, right? We cannot rely on the market. We should give the community what they need to get, because the community has locked their Kusama, they've locked their DOT for a certain period of time for you to deliver those tokens, right? At the end of the day, yes, we believe in the project, but you should not stop us from being able to have access to those tokens which are unlocked, which you've set the rules for, right? The 30% unlock initially at TGE, or 40%, whatever it is, or 10%, whatever, right? We should have access to that capital, but now you're keeping us locked with no access to that capital, which doesn't make any sense. It's not cool. It's the community is annoyed with that, and so I'm speaking on behalf of the community. I'm also personally annoyed with that because I'm also waiting on tokens. And so yeah, I've had enough, and I just wanted to rant about this. With BitCountry Pioneer, for example, this is one of them. There's the same problem with Zeitgeist, with Basilisk, and also with Picasso from Composable Finance. They're all building the product before releasing tokens. And apparently BitCountry Pioneer did say that once the public testing is done, then they're going to enable token transfers. So they want to make sure everything is working fine. Again, it's okay-ish, right? But not the best thing that could happen, right? Because people want to have access to the tokens. Like, otherwise we wouldn't have contributed to the crowd loan in the first place. We would have just staked, right? So yeah, we had some expectations, and unfortunately those expectations were not met. It is a shame. But we got an answer from Kira here after my tweet saying that given the current market volatility, our team focuses on developing a product. The token release will be when the time is best for the community and the product is ready. Well, I think she got the crystal ball out, because she knows when is the best time for the community. It is a shame. I am a bit sad with this, to be honest, because we don't know when is the best time for the community. Yeah, just because you're launching the product does not mean that that's going to be the best time for the community, because the market could plunge. Bitcoin could be 20K for all we know. Will that be the best time for the community? No, it won't. Does that mean you're going to keep us locked up for another 2 years or whenever the market returns? No, you cannot do that, right? It's not cool. We do not lock our Kusama for that. So this is what I'm trying to get at. If you understand my point of view, all we want is just the unlock. We're not asking for the full bag, obviously, right? It's vested. But we want the unlock. I mean, this is how it should be. It's normal. It's the different phases that they have to go through. And so yeah, I basically responded back to her saying that we shouldn't try to time the market. It's as simple as that, right? And yeah, just wanted to say that. I've also done a poll here with regards to these tweets that I've posted. So will you contribute your DOT to the crowd loans who have Canary versions that didn't give us our tokens and enable transfers and should have done so? And as you can see, the community has voted. We have 96 votes. 51% of those people have said no way. 26% have said they still will, and 22.9% are undecided, which means some percentage from here could go to the no way. So it's pretty obvious here that the community is against what's been happening with these 4 parachains. And it is a shame, but enough negativity for now. Let me know. By the way, do vote in this poll if you are on Twitter. If not, then drop me a comment underneath this video on YouTube, just to let me know, what do you think? Are you okay with this? Do you not mind waiting? And if so, why is that? I'm just curious to get your thoughts. But let's move on here and talk about the Polkadot Decoded event, because this is coming up very, very soon at the end of June. So it's just 1 month left. The one in Berlin has some interesting pitches here. I had a look at it, but again, it's in different locations around the world. There's also an online one, so if you can't attend any of these locations, by the way, it is free to enter, so you can join any of these locations for free. for Polkadot Decoded. It's for educational purposes and not a money grab event. Okay, so just to make it clear. And it's not one of those posh events, it's purely for education. Okay, so New York, Berlin, Shanghai, Mexico City, and also Buenos Aires is another one, and then that's the extra one that's being created recently, and then the online version as well. And so this is how it is. We can see that we're going to have a lightning pitch. Nico Jesak, I think it's pronounced Jesak, from Firefly Labs is going to talk about accelerating decentralized derivatives on Moonbeam and Polkadot. Ajuna are going to speak. Cedric from Ajuna is going to speak there. Is probably going to mention Bajun Network, which is the crowd loan I've been talking about recently in the recent videos. Astar Network, we've got Hoon Kim from Astar Network. Interlay, Composable Finance, unfortunately, they're going to also talk, and is this person here, 0x Brainjar, who unfortunately, you know, there's been some FUD around with Composable. If you don't already know, there have been some tweets posted around about that, explaining why there's been FUD with them. Can you really trust a multi-million-dollar NFT? Auth Trail. Chaos is the Way Forward by Parker Fireback from Figment. Reflecting on 2 years of the Polkadot Canary Network. Code like a human, test like a zombie. That's pretty cool. And then this is one I'm really interested in listening to. Nikolai Wolf from Gear Technologies. Gear's unique approach for smart contracts via WASM, introduction of the blockchain as a service concept and further plans for development. So if you want to know what WASM is, if you're not technical, I've opened up this wiki page here just to talk about it. So the main goal of WebAssembly, that's what WASM stands for, is to enable high performance applications on web pages. But it does not make any web-specific assumptions or provide web-specific features, so it can be employed in other environments as well. It is an open standard and aims to support any language on any operating system, so that's flexible. And in practice, all of the most popular languages already have at least some level of support. Okay, so that's cool. And by the way, Nikolai Wolf, if you don't already know, if you look on his LinkedIn page here, he's an inventor. Of course, he lives in Turkey. As you can see, he knows Rust, he knows cryptography. If we scroll down here, we can see he's the CEO, co-founder of Gear Technologies for the last year and 5 months. But look at this. We used to work for Parity Technologies. He's a core developer for Parity Technologies for 6 years and 5 months. Okay, so he knows a lot of people from there. So because of this portfolio, you could assume that Gear is going to be one of those projects that's going to be on the hot list when they launch their crowd loan. Okay, if you will still take part in the crowd loans, if you're not pissed off with the crowd loans, we can assume that this is going to be a good one. Apparently sometime in the summer, but we're not sure. We have to see. Gotham from Polkadex is going to be there. I'm curious to hear what they have to say, if there's going to be any update aside from an overview of what Polkadex have to offer. Integrity as well. Auth Trail, BitGreen, Parallel Finance, MXC Foundation, which is an exchange that I like as well because they've been onboarding a lot of Polka projects. Robonomics as well, from Sergey from Robonomics. Unique Network is Alexander. Manta Network, Brandon Gomez. Kenny Lee is going to be there as well from Manta Network. From Nova Foundation, the mobile app, the mobile wallet for Polkadot. Kenny from Manta is going to hold another speech on Dolphin Testnet. It's going to be a tech talk. Polkadot Ambassador Program, Snowfork, Polka Gaming. Again, with Polka Gaming, it's a shame because they're basically trying to stay undercover. So they've got a Telegram channel which is not spelled right. It's not called Polka Gaming. It's Polk Gaming. They've got a typo there. I don't know if it's on purpose. There are only 8 members. I'm the 8th member in that group, and I asked them some questions because I'm curious to see what's going on with this project. It looked interesting, like looking at the website, but then unfortunately, you know, there are just 2 team members showing up there. We don't have too much details. Their Twitter page doesn't work, so I don't know if they're planning to rebuild everything from scratch, and maybe they're going to talk about that at the event. I don't know what's going to happen, or are they just going to leave everything as it is? Because if you look at the website, it is questionable. Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely going to attend their lightning pitch just to hear what they have to say. Then Kenny is going to have another session on privacy as a utility. Unique Network again. Origin Trail, MyNFT, Talisman is going to be there as well. Agile from Talisman. Another mobile wallet for Polkadot, which also supports NFTs. And then Matthias from Sitel Ventures, which is a VC company. Mark from Sitel Ventures also had a speech at Blockdown in Croatia, so I got to meet him as well. So there's going to be a workshop about growing the Polkadot ecosystem, basically investing in the Polkadot ecosystem and helping it expand. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Let me know your thoughts, and are you gonna be attending Polkadot Decoded, or are you just gonna register to the online version? If you're not able to attend any of these locations, let me know. I'm curious. If you're gonna be in Berlin, say hello to me. I'll be happy to talk to you. So yeah, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.